Peace, 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 peace. How everybody doing out there, yo? We back at it again, man. Before you do something, man, I brought me some help today.
How y'all doing?
I brought just a little help with me, man. This is, let me just set the foundation for this conversation, right? Today we're going to be talking about a building on putting your hands on the wheel, right? But before I get into that, I just want to let y'all know that I am truly blessed and honored right now. Cuz always tell me that he get all shy and stuff, but I'm so proud of this man right here, man. And I'm telling you, I'm proud of him because of who he is. I'm proud of him because of his principles. I'm proud of him because of his manhood. And I'm talking about he's a man's man, okay? Let's talk about it like that. I'm proud of him because of his fatherhood, right? Because this man is a father to his children. Not in theory, in actual fact and practice. He's under 40. He has 4 kids and they all under the same roof. And they love Uncle P. Let's get that straight. Yeah, shout out to my babies. Y'all know what it is. So, this is my first cousin, Marcus, right? And if it wasn't for the RVA League, I ain't gonna say that because the death of one of our, well, actually the suicide of one of our cousins, yeah, because his cousin as well, is what brought us together. But the RVA League for Safer Streets is how me and him first encountered when I got out of prison. I got introduced to him without even knowing that he's my cousin. That's how big our family is on my mother's side. It's a lot of us. And when we meet people, we really have to ask, who are you related to? Because when our grandmother died, she had 73 grandkids and 118 great-grandkids. Mm-hmm. And it's way more now. So just putting that in context. But nevertheless, I got cuz on deck. Man, how you feeling, man?
Feel good.
Huh?
I feel good. I feel excited. I feel, I want to say thank you for the experience and the opportunity to be here to speak, on your podcast, on your show.
No, you see, starting off wrong. Not mine. Ours. It's ours, cuz. We bringing that pressure, yo. Yeah. Just know that. Yeah, yeah, we gonna bring it. And the pressure in a good way, but that's what it is. This is ours. That's what it is. But go ahead. I just had to straighten that little thing, because that sounds foreign to me.
But yeah, my name is Marcus Ward. I am 39 years old. I am from Newport News, Virginia. I have a bachelor's in sociology, a minor in sports management. I have been incarcerated for about 6 years. Did about 6 years. Came home, got a scholarship to St. Paul's College for basketball, tore my ACL.
You got a scholarship after coming out of prison?
Got a scholarship after coming out of prison.
Oh, wow, you's a bad boy. Oh, did y'all hear that? Scholarship after prison? Okay, that's first heard of for me, but go ahead.
Yeah, it just depends on how hard you work. The whole time I was incarcerated, everything that I talked about and my main conversation was that I wanted to experience college. Because by now and by then, all my friends that I grew up with would have had already experienced college or were in college while I was incarcerated. Mm-hmm. So I knew that I wanted to come home and go to school. So after tearing my ACL, took a little while off of school to help my wife with our first son, and went to go back to school to finish school, and school shut down. It closed. When it closed, I ended up transferring to Virginia State, graduating from Virginia State, and I was trying to pursue a counseling career.
So you wanted to help some people?
I wanted to help people. I wanted to help kids. I wanted them to hear my story.
Help kids? Hey, y'all already know what the ticket is.
I wanted to help them, So in the midst of that, what I didn't know was that Virginia had 173 burial crimes, and my felonies fell up under them burial crimes. So me being a counselor would at the time would have been highly impossible.
So let me just pause for a second on that right there, right?
Sir.
So you telling me that you went to school to get a degree in helping people,
right?
And then after you got the degree, burial crimes prevent you from going out to share your life experiences with people. based upon the felony that you had been convicted of.
Right, and I felt like that I
Wow.
was the perfect candidate to do it because
Life experience.
life experience. You know, I would get hired, and people would hire me, and my background check would come back about 2 months later.
Mm.
And the first thing they say is definitely want your work ethic. You know, you are really into kids. This is what this your style. This is what you need right here. But unfortunately, you know, the road stops here. We can't do nothing with you.
Mm.
You know.
Let me now, because I want us to get into our topic.
Okay.
How did that take me into your emotional state or your mental state to be rejected? Because now evidently you had changed your life, because a person that doing that's you done changed your life.
Yeah, right.
And now that I done changed my life, my past becomes my enemy.
In that form, technically, I mean, when you sit back and you think about it, I done did my time. I learned my lesson, and then I come out here to try to help the youth, and then they say, hey, no,
Can't do it because you got a
there's
felony.
nothing we can do. But far as emotions, frustrating. Because throughout my years in college, I was really into my degree.
Mm.
Because I knew for a fact I'm the perfect person for it. You can't tell me nothing. Downtown, Newport News, been incarcerated, been incarcerated, then came home, you know, family, married, 4 kids,
All in the same house.
all in the same house.
I just left them little jokers.
So the first thing is most frustrating than anything, because at that time, I didn't necessarily learn my lesson, because now it's like, where you pushing me to? My first option was basketball, tore my ACL. My second option was my degree. My third option was still my degree, even after a few doors got closed. You know, I even possibly tried the fourth option of being like a peer coach. You know, and then by then, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it forced me back into the streets.
That's pretty much where they try to squeeze you into.
Yeah.
So with that being said, right, I just wanna lay this foundation too. He's been in the detention center with me on countless occasions. So those who have tapped into our channel know who he is. If you the ones that have been in there when he came in there with me. And each time that we went in there, we've had life-altering experiences with young people. I'm gonna just say that. And you know you done impacted when they ask, where are you? When you had went out of the country to where was you, in Colombia?
El Salvador.
It's El Salvador, and because I went in there and they was like, well, wait, what car is that? I said, man, he over there in El Salvador somewhere. So
right.
It is what it is. All right, so listen. Today's topic on before you do something is, as y'all notice, we in the car, right? We in the car, we in the web.
Yes, we are.
This right here, this our Bentley. It's the Bentley coupe for us, right? I did a workshop in there with the kids one day, and I was building with them about put your hands on the wheel, right? And I started the workshop out by asking them the question, how many of y'all in here drove a car before? And I'm in the juvenile detention center, so you already know, but you know they be whipping through or whatever. Shout out to my youngest. But get your license, please. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Please go down to DMV and get your license. And then if you don't have your license, and just start studying the test on your phone. You can pull the test up on your phone. That's what I did to get my license, all right? Pull that up, do the practice test so you start preparing yourself. But go get your license, man. But
Please. It ain't worth it.
please.
Trust me, it's not worth it.
Yeah, getting all them tickets and ducking and all that. But nevertheless, the bill started off by me asking them, like, yo, what's the first thing you do when you get in the car? So, you know, I had a whole host of answers, right? They said, man, turn the radio on. I feel that, you know what I'm saying?
Get the channel right.
Get that station right, right? Some said they're going to adjust the mirror, right? And that's cool too. Few said they was going to put on a seatbelt, right? Some said turn the car on. But, you know, whatever. Or then they said you got to adjust the seat. And I said, okay, all of that is love, right? And I get all of that. I said, now that we have all of those things taken care of, right? The car is in drive. What are you going to do then? They said they're going to grab the steering wheel, right? Which is the whole point of the bill. And when you put your hands on the steering wheel in the car that's in drive, mirror adjusted, music playing, seat, right? You're starting to move. And when you're moving, you have a direction or you have a force that has to be guided. So what I wanted them to say or understand was that when you put your hands on the wheel, it's just like the wheel inside of your life, the W-I-L-L. You have to put your hands on your wheel, because when you take control of your wheel, you're going to start navigating your life in the direction that you want to go. So that's the foundation. What do you think about that, cuz?
I like that. I like that, because when I go into detention centers, or when I sit back and I talk to the kids and I ask them, what's the purpose of street signs?
Street signs?
Street signs.
Okay.
So we got the wheel.
Come on over a little bit, cuz.
We got the wheel.
All right, you got the wheel.
We driving.
All right, let's get to it.
You got control of your life, right?
Don't be speeding.
Don't be speeding. How many times have you came to a complete, well, first of all, this is how you know people ignore the signs. What do normal people do when they get to a stop sign?
Well, you're supposed to
You're
stop.
supposed to stop, but what you do?
Sometimes you just...
A rolling stop.
Yeah, rolling stop, right.
There you
Yeah.
go. Already.
Yeah, a rolling
You're
stop.
already doing something you ain't got no business doing.
Yeah, rolling stop.
How many times have we came to a dead end? The sign say what?
Dead end.
How many times we say, man, let me just check back there and see. I'm gonna ride back there.
Knowing there ain't no outlet.
But you know everything. You feel what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know everything. So when you grab this wheel and you associate it with life, like, you have to, you don't ignore the signs.
Just that simple.
The signs are there.
All right.
Now, as far as life, you know, your hand been dealt. It's been dealt. But you know the perfect way. How do you play cards? When you play spades, right? You get the cards. Do you just start playing?
Yeah, well.
No, you begin to do what with your hand? You begin to sort them in suits.
Suits, yeah, you sort them in suits, no doubt.
And you ain't never mixing them together.
That's right.
Right?
All right.
That's how you identify. Most people do it from strong to weak.
To the right.
You see what I'm saying? What's the difference in life dealing with your problems or overwhelming yourself?
I used to put mine from strongest to weakest, though.
Right.
That's how I used to do my hands.
I just used to just put mine together. As long as I knew everything had a position.
Yeah, well,
but
I
I
get
never
it.
mixed it together.
I get it. That's definitely a piece, Bill, but go ahead.
Because reason why I define it like that, because people got a problem with overwhelming themselves.
Okay. They ain't taking control of the wheel.
Taking control of the wheel. You overwhelming yourself.
Well, because we ain't gonna drag this. We gonna give you some more, but
Right.
But we gonna time. I tell you, listen, bro, at home with the kids, yo. Like for real, the baby's waiting on pops. Every last one of his children came out of that house to say goodbye to their daddy before we came to go where we had to go.
And when we was politicking,
And
before
help.
then, my son, what my 2-year-old doing?
Came in there with the bag.
So I run into what?
He say, "Hey, daddy."
Daddy.
And I'm talking about, yo, I salute your fatherhood. So all my youngest that ain't have a real strong male presence in your life, come on over, cuz. Hey,